Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, Mother Nature definitely has affected the bite across eastern South Dakota, as well as affected the number of fishermen that are going out. It's just been a tough battle with the heat, then also with the storms. The good thing about the storms, it did bring some much needed rain up in the northeastern part of the state, and that increased the water levels in some of the lakes up there, which is good news. But definitely the bite is off across eastern South Dakota. It's getting into the dog days of summer, if you will. Again, the lakes have turned green. It's been a tough bite this past week. Bitter has been one lake that has been picking up a little bit, but also most of the lakes the bite's been cooling down quite a bit. Like Ponset as well as Whitewood have dropped off quite a bit. And then also Waubay, a lot of those fish are being caught up in the deeper water. But again, a lot of people think about going deeper this time of year. Don't forget about the shallow water, especially if the lake has a lot of weeds in it. Those bigger walleyes are going to hang out in the weeds, and so casting something like a shallow running shad wrap or an X wrap or even a swim bait will really trigger the bite up there, so keep that in mind. But right now, a lot of people across the area are either pulling live bait with spinners or they're pulling plugs, so keep that in mind this next week. And again, don't forget the shallows. But again, like I said, the bite has gotten quite a bit tougher. It's the usual suspects that we've been talking about that have been producing fish. But again, this past week, the bite has definitely been down for walleyes. And then down as far as the bluegill bite, that's been picking up in some areas. You're going to be picking up some bluegill at Enemy Swim, as well as Buffalo, Vermilion, and then also the Iowa Great Lakes have been really doing well for bluegill down there. And then a few perch are being caught at Ponset as well as Thompson, and also dry. So again, that perch bite has been on and off again, but it may be some signs of things to come in the next couple of weeks. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about what we saw at ICast last week. And first off, thanks for understanding for us not doing a fishing report last week. Nick and I were down at ICast in Orlando, and what ICast is a show that's launching new products for the upcoming open water season as well as ice season in some cases, but mainly open water tackle. And some of the things that we saw down there I want to bring to your attention right now. One of the first things that we have on hand right now is the new monofilament from Suffix. It's called Suffix Advanced. It's the strongest monofilament on the market right now. It allows you to decrease the pound test that you normally would use. In other words, if you normally would use 10 pound, it allows you to go down 8 pound. So again, it gives you that 10 pound strength at the 8 pound diameter. So again, Suffix Advanced monofilament right here at Dakota Angler. Also new that we have on the store right now is new Shad Dancers by Rapala, the new number size 4. A lot of you use the number 5s. Now we have the number 4s, which I think are going to be fantastic to use on lakes like Ponset as well as Elbert. And we have them on hand, as I said, right now. As far as ice fishing is concerned, we saw new custom ice rods from St. Croix. Hopefully we'll then have them on hand for the Ice Institute. And then other open water tackle included new flicker shads from Berkeley, new shallow running as well as jointed flicker shads. And those will be available later this summer into the fall, and some of them may be launched after the first of the year. Also, new Frabill nets and also bait coolers from Frabill will be launched beginning late this fall into the winter, as well as next spring as far as the nets are concerned. And then also we have new bait caster rods from Shimano as well as Daiwa. I used a new Shimano Corrado, and honestly folks, it is unbelievable. I could cast a mile and not have to worry about the backlash. So those are just some of the new products that we saw down at ICast and that we will be having here at the store at Dakota Angler. Like I said, some of them are already here, but stay up to date with us. Stop on by and take a look, and also check out our social media feeds and some of the video that we took down at ICast. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-minute fishing report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And before we end this week's report, I want to let you know of something that we're going to be announcing next week. So pay attention to next week's report and also the social media feed coming out from Dakota Angler. We're going to make an announcement that you don't want to miss. It's going to be something that you're going to want to take great advantage of. So again, make sure you pay attention to the announcement next week. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.